Catholic Relief Services is a nonprofit organization that holds to the model of servant leadership. Servant leadership goes by multiple explanations and definitions. However, the core principles that are agreed upon are listening, empathy, healing, awareness, persuasion, conceptualization, foresight, stewardship, commitment to the growth of people, and building community. Although all said principles are applicable to this nonprofit, stewardship and commitment to the growth of people and building community is there where attention radiates. Catholic Relief Services serves people and the community as a servant leader by being an organization to assist people on the basis of need, not creed, race, or nationality. Their goal is to ease the amount of suffering in the world by providing various types of assistance. At their core, Catholic Relief Services' mission begins with the natural feel that one wants to serve first. Then conscious choice brings one to aspire to lead. Essentially, they have become a leader that serves various populations. They work in over 100 countries to bring awareness and results to people in need. They do so by listening to what is needed or requested by the populations being served and work to heal through servings. Areas currently being focused on are architecture, emergency, response and recovery, health, education, microfinance, water security, and etc. Implementing servant leadership principles has helped Catholic Relief Services achieve success while having a positive impact on people in the community. This is because it places a value on people by serving their needs and building their confidence. Through this method, there are 124 active architecture projects within 51 countries and 9.8 million people who were reached through their emergency work in 2018. In addition, their health programs focus on neglected issues such as malaria, nutrition, and HIV. Millions of others have been impacted in regard to education, microfinancing, and water security as well. These results demonstrate their organizational success as Catholic Relief Services' focus is on the development and growth of others as a first priority. As well, with their statistics of aid documented, it can be said that they have made a positive impact on people in the community. Their impact on servant leadership principles also shows its success as they also accept donations and contributions which go towards immediate needs depending on what cause is donated to. In addition to funds, they provide other ways to get involved, such as employment, advocating, and prayer, all while being transparent about their work in history. In regard to servant leadership principles, it could be argued that some would be more valuable than others, especially if integrating them into another organization. Ultimately, a symbiotic relationship would be ideal between an organization and its followers. In other words, a circle of give and take, with a level of success from an organizational and financial output, as well as team happiness or contentment. In general, servant leadership produces engaged employees who provide better customer service and protect the company through ethical and focused input. With a leader-follower relationship like this, its principles are very valued. For other organizations, such as a profit-driven one, favorable results can be obtained from a select number of servant leadership principles. Ones to be considered for integration for one's organization or for generalized prosperity could be listening, empathy, awareness, persuasion, foresight, and a commitment to the growth of people and building community. Listening and empathy go hand in hand. This is because leaders in organizations need to be receptive for their followers or employees. To know what is working and what is not, what changes could be made in order to satisfy the workflow and those who provide the work. If there are any issues, leaders need to be able to document and be welcoming to feedback. That way, followers feel comfortable voicing their opinions. If followers know that they are in a safe space, they are more likely to provide what is needed by the organization, which creates a trusting, helpful, goal-meeting environment. As well, Greenleaf, who modernized servant leadership, called personal growth a result of awareness and perception. Growth is important for any organization and its workers because competition and change is inevitable. In order to stay within the currents of prosperity, those involved must always be aware of goals, trends, and current situations and how the perception of their efforts are viewed. The same can be said for foresight, as it deals with what is to come and the predictability of outcomes for success. Perception is an important principle because many people view perception as reality. So even if an organization's goals are on track, if people do not believe in it, then the organization will struggle and it became difficult to maintain their quality and acceptance by others. Lastly, commitment to the growth of people and building community are ideal principles to integrate into organizations. People are the greatest assets of organizations. Yes, funding and connections are necessary, but people thrive when provided care and a place to develop themselves. Treating others well equates to treating an organization or community well. Additionally, this is twofold, because if people do not agree to work for causes or believe in or support what an organization is trying to achieve, then there's no business future.